OMG, I got a 6.
Oh yeah, well I got it 5. Good luck.
Good luck. Have fun.
Thank you. You too.
Thanks. 7. This hand sucks. I'm going to 6.
I'm also gonna go 6.
Better 6s.
My nuts be swinging.
You didn't say better 6s. You hate me.
6 sounds kind of like sex, which I think is cool. I'm gonna keep.
This hand is not good.
I'm bottoming this one.
You're what?
Bottoming this one. What if Yawgmoth was called Freak Moth and he
I
made my
saw
Yawgmoth
your Mox field. I saw your Mox field.
I love Freak Moth.
I know you do. Oh, this hand's better than average. Really. Oh, I got to back. Oh yeah, I'm on the play.
Yeah, let's play some fucking Magic.
Saga ticks up to 1. Pass the turn.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna shock in an Overgrown Tomb.
Got you from 20 to 18.
Yep. I'm gonna tap it for an ignoble and I'll pass.
OMG. I'll draw for turn. Saga will tick up to 2. I'll play a Valakut the Molten Pinnacle tapped and say go.
Tap, upkeep, draw. Play Boseiju as land per turn. Pay a green for a Wall of Roots.
Sure.
I'll put -0/-1 on the Wall of Roots and tap for a green for a Strangleroot Geist.
Sure.
I will move to combat and swing for 2.
I will be at... You missing an Exalted trade.
Oh, for 3!
I'll be at 17. This is a friendly game of Magic.
It is. I forgore.
Will it be my turn?
Yes.
Alright. I'll untap, upkeep, and draw. My Saga will tick to 3. I'm going to float mana in response to the 3rd trigger, which will make me search for an artifact with mana cost 1 or 0.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly that.
I saw you almost look at the camera.
Yeah, and then I will sacrifice Urza Saga. Do you have any responses to the 3rd chapter?
Hell no!
Alright, I will go to my library. I will get the namesake.
I hope you fail to find.
I am not.
Amulet of what?
Vigor.
Can you say that?
Yes.
Oh. I didn't know you were of that descent.
I play 4 of those.
Wow.
Would you like to cut my deck?
Yes, I would, Mr. Mana Weaver.
Okay. For my land drop, for my first land drop per turn, I'm going to play a Crumbling Vestige. When it ETBs, I will enter the battlefield. I will make a mana of any color. Amulet of Vigor will trigger. I will untap Crumbling Vestige. Colorless floating. Colorless here. The green from the enter the battlefield. I'll play an Azusa, Last Bit Seeking. She says I may play 2 additional lands on each of my turns.
I liked it better when you were talking about cutting this card.
Yeah, real. Second land drop, I'll play a Selesnya Sanctuary.
You don't want to do that.
Untap, I'll make a green and a white. I'll bounce it. Last land drop, I'll do it again. I'll bounce it. Use that floating to play a copy of the One Ring.
That's gay.
In ETBs, I will gain protection from everything, and I'll go ahead, put a counter on it, and draw a card. I'm going to ship it to you after that. My turn is over.
I'm going to untap, upkeep, and draw. Make a green with Wall of Roots. Do green black for Grist.
Sure.
I'm going to downtick Grist. I'm going to sack my Strangleroot Geist to shoot Azusa.
Azusa will die.
Cool. Undying trigger.
Yeah.
I will move to combat and not do anything.
Okay.
And then I will pass.
Sure. Untap, upkeep. One Ring will trigger. I'll lose 1 life for each counter, so I'll lose 1 life. I'll draw for turn.
You're at 16?
I am. I will go ahead and draw 2. Okay. I'm going to play a forest and play an Arboreal Grazer and put a Cavern of Souls onto the battlefield. I will choose a Beast and untap it with Amulet of Vigor. I'll tap it for a green, and I will play another Arboreal Grazer.
Another one.
I'll put Selesnya Sanctuary on the battlefield, untap it with Amulet of Vigor, and then bounce Cavern of Souls to my hand, and then I will say go.
I'm gonna put -0/-1 on Wall of Roots to make a green, and then Convoke for 3 to Chord for 1.
Sure, that makes sense. He's getting a Yawgmoth. It looks like you got a freak wolf.
I did. He's freaky. I will untap.
Sure.
Upkeep and draw.
You got it.
Play a Verdant Catacombs as a land per turn.
Yep.
Gonna make a green with Wall of Roots. Black, green to play Freak Moth.
Yep.
I'm gonna uptick Grist.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The Hunger Tide. That's not an insect.
It would have been really cool if you milled Zulaport right there.
Yeah, he would like that, wouldn't you?
I would have liked
I don't need Zulaport to win this game. I'm gonna move to combat.
that.
Gonna swing for 4.
I'll take.
Then
No blocks, combat damage happens, I'll go to 12.
I don't want to do this. I'm a pass.
Untap, upkeep, Wandering triggers, I'll lose 2 down to 10 life.
Yippee!
I'll go ahead and draw 3 cards.
3! You're lucky I wasn't holding up that Bowmaster.
Hello.
I don't like that.
I'm going to start out by Summoner's Pact. I'm going to 0 mana spell, I'll search my library for a green creature and put it in my hand. I'll get Dryad of the Ilysian Grove. Actually, it's probably better if I do it like this.
No, tap wrong.
I'll cast Dryad. First land drop will be Gruul Turf. This is like Selesnya Sanctuary, except of green and white. I'll make green and red. I'll do that and bounce it. I'll do it again. I'll bounce Crumbling Vestige this time.
Is Valakut 5 or more mountains?
Yeah.
So would that have triggered it twice just now?
No, because it's 1, 2, 3. It's 3 other lines.
It's others. Okay,
yeah,
right.
I'll cast a second Summoner's Pact. I'll grab a Primeval Titan. I'm going to use my 6 floating mana to cast Primeval Titan.
With that on the stack. I don't like how much you're smiling here.
What you got?
I'm going to pay a life.
Oh, he's going to draw cards.
Down to 17.
Sure.
I'm going to sack my Yawgmoth.
Yeah.
Put a -1/-1 on Strangleroot Case.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Undying trigger on Yawgmoth.
Yeah. You can go ahead and shortcut your
Okay, alright. Draw. I'm going to pay another life.
Yeah.
Sack Strangleroot Geist. Put a -1/-1 on Yawgmoth. Gonna pay another life. Switch the counters again.
Yeah.
Gonna do it again. Down to 14, 13, 12. Damn. 11, 10. Man, Freak Moth is not being freaky right now. 9, 8.
Damn.
7, 6, 5, 4. I get 1 more.
Okay, so you're going to 2 or you're going to 3?
I'm at 3.
Okay, you're at 3 going to 2.
Dude, that is wild. Who shuffled this?
You.
Down to 2. God damn it, Freak Moth.
Primetime resolves?
Yeah.
ETB trigger. I'll search my library for is it up to? It is up to 2. I'm gonna get Slayer's Stronghold and Boros Garrison. I'm gonna have some Valakut triggers because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other mountains. I'll hit you.
All right, so that was round 1.
Round 1.
Let's talk about our hands.
Let's. You go first.
So the first hand I drew was a Strangleroot Geist, a Grist, a Court of Calling, a Petra, Yawg, and a Yawgmoth, and a Twilight Mire. I mold that because it's a 1-lander, which I think is correct. It was a Twilight Mire too, so it was correct. My second hand was 2 Boseijus, an Overgrown Tomb, Yawgmoth, Ignoble, Grist, Strangleroot, and I put one of the Boseijus back, which I think is fine.
Oh, that's what you kept?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I mulled my 7. It was a Dryad, a One Ring, an Explorer, an Arboreal Grazer, a Vesuva, a Mycosynth Garden, and a Summoner's Pact. This hand only has 2 lands in it. Neither produce green mana, and Vesuva is one of my combo lands. Typically, you want to race Yawg in game 1 because you can kill them faster, and they don't really have relevant interaction unless they put a Yawg on the board, and in that case, you'll be killing them before they put Yawg on the board. What I kept was Saga, Azusa, One Ring, Valakut, Selesnya Sanctuary, Sunhome, and T-West, and I put... I guess I went to 6 because that's right. I forgot to record one of my hands that I mulled. So the hand that I kept was I went to 5 and I mulled T-West and Sunhome. Sunhome's another one of my combo lands, so I don't want to have it in my hand when I'm comboing off with like a multiple amulet line. Saga fetches Amulet, which makes my Selesnya Sanctuary a lot more useful because it taps for 2 each time it enters, and Azusa is supposed to ramp out a Titan. I didn't draw a Titan that early, but I did it. I was able to ramp out a One Ring. and draw a lot of cards, which let me advance my board state, which eventually casted the Dryad and the Titan, which won me the game.
Yeah, so we are rewatching this a week and a half, right, after we recorded it.
Yeah.
And watching this, we both kind of forgot what was going on. And first, Austin was like, how did I win this? And then I was like, how did I lose this? And then we got to the point where it's just cut after cut of me going down my life and not drawing what I needed.
Yeah, Valakut Kill is always good, but it's essentially bolting his board, which is good, but he already had the Yawg, which means he could have gotten the value off of it, so he can just kind of kill Dryad and Titan. I think you went for the win there instead.
I did.
I noticed that you played Boseiju as your land, where you had Ignoble, and another land.
Yeah.
You totally Boseiju Saga there. You give me a land, but you don't give me Amulet. Because you give me the forest off of destroying Urza Saga, that you give me the mana I need to cast One Ring anyway, and because I wasn't super relying on Amulet, it doesn't matter, but I think it's like marginal. It's probably still good to blow up the Saga. Because like Amulet draws are still better than no Amulet draws.
Yeah. The only reason I can think that probably wasn't what I was doing is if I just didn't have another land in my hand and I wanted to make my land drops.
That is also the reason that I thought you didn't do that at the time. Because I thought that mid-match. I do remember that. I was like, why is he not?
Yeah, do you have any more comments on that one?
I don't think so. I mean, besides the fact that it was like very sad that like just not sad, but like unfortunate circumstances that you had to go all the way from 17.
Sometimes Yawgmoth just doesn't want to do it.
I mean, it's okay. Sometimes Amulet don't want to do it either. It took me a second to find a prime time.
Yeah.
The double pact helped.
Yeah, I believe it. We'll go ahead and talk about what we cited out and in, since that's going into this next game.
Here, you go ahead and go first. Continue the trend.
Okay, so where is it? I cited in 2 Haywire Mites, 2 Force of Vigors, and 2 Pick Your Poisons, and I took out Evolution, Scoos, Endurance. Yeah, that's what I was like. What the fuck is End? 2 Geists and a Wall.
What's your reasoning on your ins and outs?
I mean, I only run 1 Evo, and I would rather have the hate than an extra Evo. Scoos, you don't really do too much graveyard stuff. Same with Endurance. The Geists, I mean, they're kind of redundant. They help, but they're really just good if you're in game 1 where you're like running for it.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of easy outs, which might be retarded of me. And then 1 Wall, just because 3 walls is usually enough to do the thing.
Yeah, sure. And statistically, you draw at least one wall, not Yawg.
Yeah.
What I cited in 2 Endurances because they are instant speed answers to a graveyard-esque combo, whether it be Agatha Soul Cauldron or an actual like Yawg +1/+1 counter Blood Artist Zulaport shenanigans. Not like fantastic. Like none of my answers are super. That's not true. I have one answer that's super great. Most of my answers aren't super great. They're just fair to middling to stop Yawg while I go off with Primeval Titan. I also cited a Bojuka Bog. This is probably the worst one of my answers because while it does answer the graveyard, it doesn't do it at instant speed because we don't have crop rotation and we do have Elvish Reclaimer, but it's bad. It's not great. However, Bojuka Bog did get better with Agatha's Soul Cauldron because it's all the graveyards does kind of just sit there, and if I play it and bounce it while he's hoping to put something under a Soul Cauldron, I can kind of just stop him from doing that. I put in a Boseiju, again, to stop Soul Cauldrons. That's kind of all it's there for. And it's an extra green source, which is fine. And then Curse Totem, 2 Curse Totem, is the last thing I side in for Yawg. It shuts the whole deck down. The deck is like all activated ability. What I cited out was a Cavern of Souls. There's no counter magic. It is a green source for some creatures, but the Boseiju comes in, so it's fine. Cultivator Colossus, while it does let me outdraw just about anybody if I have enough lands in my hand, Yawg plays Orcish Bowmasters, and I don't want that to kill me. I get to choose when to stop drawing at any time, but I would rather just draw with the One Ring at that point, because I get pro everything. I also cited out an Azusa. It's really easy for the deck, for Yawg to kill Azusa, whether it be with Fatal Pushes or Yawg activations. That's it. She's just really frail. I've been citing her out a lot lately. 1 Grazer, just because it blocks.
Good luck.
Have fun.
Thank you.
Fuck! We like sportsmanship here, guys. 7.
That's wild. I'm gonna mulligan.
Okay, I'm going to keep.
Honestly, this hand might have been really good. Too bad.
Well, that's why
You
we're
went-
gonna study it.
I'm going to 5.
Dude, that's awesome. The 7.
I'm the richest white guy in the world. Fuck.
I wasn't looking.
It's looking good. It's not. I present to you the rare 4. 5, 6, 7. Holy shit!
Playable 4.
Playable 4. I'm putting 3 motherfuckers back. Let's rock and roll. Holy shit! I'm on a play.
You are with 4.
Misty Rainforest. Pass.
Teleria West enters tapped. Pass the turn.
On your instep. I'm gonna crack the Misty.
That makes sense. I have you at 19.
That is where I am factually. I'm gonna grab an Overgrown Tomb tapped.
Seems
Because
good.
someone doesn't have Surveil lands. Alright, I'm gonna untap, upkeep, draw.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I'm gonna play Verdant Catacombs and pass.
I'll play a forest. I'll tap for 2. The reason I kept the hand, explore.
Ah!
Does it resolve?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll draw a card. Play an extra land per turn. I'll play a Gruul Turf. I have no amulet to untap it, so I'll bounce this forest, and I'll say go.
On your instep, I'm gonna crack this Verdant.
That makes sense. I got you at 18.
That is where I am. I'm gonna grab a Dryad Arbor. Alright, untap, upkeep, draw.
Yep.
Oh my god. I'm gonna play an Overgrown Tomb tap and pass.
I'll untap. I'll upkeep, and I will draw. Play a Mycosynth Gardens. I'll
You
tap
would.
this for 2, and I'll play an explore.
Another one.
Resolves?
Yeah.
I'll draw. Play an extra land per turn. I'll tap for 3. I'll play a Dryad of the Ilysian Grove.
That checks out.
I will have an extra land drop.
Yippee.
I'll play a forest. I'll
Yep.
pass.
Yep. I'm gonna untap, upkeep, and draw.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What the fuck? I'm gonna pass.
This game might be coming up, Austin. I'll draw for turn. I'll play a copy of the Wonder.
Word.
I'll gain pro everything until next turn.
Yeah.
I'll draw a card.
In response,
Okay.
I'm gonna pay 2 and flash in an Orcish Bowmaster.
I'm really surprised you didn't do that on any of my explorers.
Oh, I forgot they draw a card.
Sure.
ETB, I'll shoot Dryad.
Okay.
And then you can do your One Ring shenanigans.
Okay. I'll draw a card.
Cool. I'll ping Dryad again.
Sure. It's okay. I'm not drawing any more cards after that.
You should draw 2 more.
I'm playing Expedition now.
On your instep, I'm gonna force map and Dryad exiling Yawgmoth.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
I was really hoping you'd have more artifacts earlier so I could do that earlier, but whatever.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'll
Yep.
move to my turn.
Sure. That
Untap,
makes sense.
upkeep, draw. I'm gonna pay green for a Wall of Roots.
Okay.
I'll move to combat
Yeah.
and swing for 3.
I will be at 17.
And then I will pass.
I'll untap, upkeep, I'll lose 1. Go to 16. Draw for turn. Summoner's Pact.
What?
Cast Prime Time.
Yep.
Trigger.
Yep.
Definitely this. Make cut. I'm going to. I have a bounce trigger from Summit Grid's Chamber. I'll bounce Teleria West.
Alright.
I'm going to pass the turn to you.
On your instep, I'm gonna put a -0/-1 on Wall of Roots.
Sure.
Tap for a black and flash in another Bowmaster.
Yeah, you got it.
ETB, I'll shoot your face.
Sure.
Move to my turn.
Yeah.
Untap. Upkeep, draw.
Yeah.
Gonna put a -0/-1 on Wall of Roots, make a green,
Mhm.
green, black, black for a Yawgmoth.
Yeah, that's a pretty good card to have.
I'll move to combat,
Okay.
swing for 5.
Block an Orcish Bowmaster with Prime Time.
And in response, I'll pay life to 18. I'll sack that Bowmaster.
You fetched twice this game. I already have you at 18. You're going to 17.
I've only fetched once. One of these were in my hand. I played it tapped. I only have.
Did you not
No,
fetch 2?
No,
with
you're
Dryad
right.
on
You're
there?
right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. I'm at what? 17 or 16?
You're at 17.
Okay, 17. I'll put a -1/-1 on prime time. Here, let's hear it. Here, look at this. Oh. -1/-1.
Okay.
And I'm gonna draw a card. Go ahead.
I will take 4 down to 11.
Yippee!
My upkeep make it 10 because of the 1. Also, my upkeep pay for pact or I lose like a scrub. Play a copy of the 1 ring.
Yep.
I will gain pro everything on ETB, but I'll sacrifice the new one. And then I will, for land per turn, I'll play a Simic Growth Chamber and bounce Forest. Go to combat.
Yep.
Swing, attack trigger.
Trigger resolves.
What's in your graveyard?
Force of Vigor, Bowmaster, Verdant Misty.
No creatures with activated abilities. Valakut. No. Yes. I'll do another basic forest. I'll pass the turn after that.
I will untap, upkeep, draw. Gonna pay 1 for a Young Wolf.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Gonna float a green with Wall of Roots, and then I'll convoke for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 to cord for 2.
Sure.
Grab a Petra.
Yeah, you got it.
I'm gonna pay a life. 16. I'm gonna sack my Young Wolf. I'll put a -1/-1 on Primeval Titan. Draw a card. Undying trigger.
Yep.
Make a snake.
Yep.
I'm gonna pay a life. Sack the snake. Put a -1/-1 on Young Wolf.
Yep.
Draw a card. Pay a life. Sack Young Wolf. Put -1/-1 in prime time.
Yep.
Draw a card. Undying trigger.
Yep.
Make a snake. I think I missed a snake, but whoops. Oh well. I'm gonna pay a life. 13. Sack a snake. Put -1/-1 on Young Wolf.
Yep.
Make a snake. Draw a card. I'm gonna pay a life down to 12. Sack a snake. Put -1/-1 on prime time. Make a snake. Draw a card. I'm going to 1/2 convoke for 3 to cord for 2.
Oh, yeah.
Grab Zulaport Cutthroat.
I'm just checking to see if you have Blood Artist in your deck.
Nope, no Blood Artist here.
Alright, that's the end of round 2.
I ate my words.
Yeah, you did. A couple things before we get into hands. I forgot that Undying should resolve before the Yawgmoth ability, because you pay a life and sack a creature to activate the ability, but then Undying goes on the stack before the ability resolves. So remember that next time. Okay, hands. I went down to 4 this game, which was okay. My first hand was a forest, a swamp, a bowmaster, a grist, a marsh, a young wolf, and a wall. It's not an awful hand, but I didn't like it. Second hand was a Force of Vigor, Forest, Wolf, Soul Cauldron, Grist, Dryad, and Cord. I didn't like that it was only green mana, and Dryad Arbor was one of the lands. Down to my next mole, I got Swamp, Might, Soul Cauldron, Halfling, Orcish Bowmaster, Zulaport Cutthroat. That was a 1-lander. So I went down to 4, which was Verdant Catacombs, Misty Rainforest, Force of Vigor, Wolf, Haywire Might, Halfling, Delighted Halfling specifically, and a Boseiju, and I pitched the Boseiju, the Might, and the Halfling. My thinking there was, I really hope he starts with Saga Amulet.
I didn't, but
You didn't.
Force of Vigor, good card alert.
When he didn't play Saga Amulet turn 1, I was like, fuck,
You're cooked.
I've lost.
He didn't.
I didn't. It was fine.
So I kept my 7. My 7 was...
Bro kept his 7.
I did keep my 7. My 7 was 2 forests, a Gruul Turf, an Explorer, a T-West, a One Ring, and a Mycosynth Gardens. This is just a really good fair hand for Amulet. You just make your land drops and you accelerate with any creatures that you may draw off the top. Explore finds you more cards. and then you get to play 1 ring and draw even more cards once you hit 4 mana, which is easy when you have lands that tap for 2. Typically, you don't want this strategy when you're playing against Yawg game 2 or 3. It gives them a lot of chance to catch up because our deck's not very interactive unless it's against artifacts and enchantments, because we also get to play Boseiju and Force of Vigor and Haywire Might and all the good green cards. So while he did go to 4, and I was chilling with a pretty decent 7, I didn't do anything quickly when I didn't have any interactive pieces, so his board was just allowed to flourish, and he got game-winning pieces on the board.
So let this be a lesson. Anytime you could keep your 7, just go 4.
I don't know if I'd endorse that, but I have I have had some pretty baller 4s, but it's just because
I think the percentage of games I win when I go down to 4 is higher than the percentage of games I win when I stay at 7.
To be fair, you probably shouldn't keep as many 7s as you do. Not you specifically, but the general Magic populace.
You
guys.
Stop keeping 7s.
Yeah.
Go down to 4. Maybe
Yeah.
even 3 sometimes.
Especially if you play Tron, go down to 1.
Yeah, fuck you, Tron. Go down to 1. Keep your fucking tower.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Will you be on the play?
I will be on the play.
Yippee.
Back. Sand sucks.
I'm also going to move.
I'm gonna keep against my better judgment.
I'm going to keep it so bad, but I know it's going to go poorly if I keep it. I'm going to go down to 5. Keep! I'm going to bottom these 2.
Ready?
Let's rumble.
Valakut, go.
Draw per turn. Misty. Crack Misty down to 19. I'm going to grab a forest. I'm going to play a Delighted Halfling.
All right.
And pass.
Curse Totem?
Yep.
Pass.
Draw. Play Twilight Mire.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Make green black for Wall of Roots.
Sure.
Move to combat, swing for 1.
Sure. I'm at 19.
Then I will pass.
Play Selesnya Sanctuary, bounce Boseiju, pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Play land per turn tapped.
Sure.
Move to combat, swing for 1.
I'm at 18.
Okay. Go ahead.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Play Boseiju, pass the turn.
On your end step, make a green black to flash in a Bowmaster.
Sure.
ETB ping you.
Yeah. I'm at 17.
Untap, keep draw. Play land per turn.
Sure.
Move to combat.
Yeah.
Swing for 3.
Before blocks. Flash in endurance.
Yep.
I'll endurance you.
Would you like to cut?
No. I'll block Orcish Bowmasters.
Okay.
I'll take 2.
Then I will make double black, green, green for Yawgmoth.
Yeah.
And then I will pass.
Untap, upkeep, draw.
You're at 6 or 15?
15, yeah. How many cards in hand?
1.
Summit Growth Chamber, bounce Boseiju, pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Land per turn.
Sure.
I'm going to go ahead and pay 1 into Peatland to crack it and draw a card.
That makes sense.
Then I will pass.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Play Saga?
Yep.
Saga trigger, go to 1. 6.
Primeval Titan.
Prime time.
Yep.
Trigger.
Yep.
TOS Summit Growth Chamber. Bounce? Well, there's nothing better to bounce here, so I'm going to bounce TOS. I'm going to pass.
On your instep, I make black green to flash in a Bowmaster.
Sure.
I'll ping your face.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm at 14.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Play land per turn. Go ahead.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Saga goes to 2. 2. Blue, blue, green, green. Leave a green floating. Transmute T West.
Yeah.
You mind if I shortcut? I'm gonna grab Summoner's Pact and
You're
cast
good.
it.
Yep.
I'm gonna grab Dryad of the Ilysian Grove.
What?
Green floating, this and this. 4 Dryad. Go to combat.
Yep.
Attack, trigger.
19. Yeah, no blocks.
Well, attack trigger first.
Yeah.
Vesuva's gonna copy.
Vesuva's gonna copy Selesnya Sanctuary, right?
Actually, yeah.
What? I mean, Urza Saga, right?
No.
What?
I'm gonna have multiple Valakut triggers here.
Okay.
Alright, so this Valakut sees this one and this one, so that's 2. This Valakut sees this one and this one, that's 2. And then these 2 Valakuts see this one. Oh wait, I already said that. So 4 Valakut triggers.
Word.
I'm shooting you for 12.
Okay.
I have you at 7.
Yep.
Bounce Vesuva.
Yeah.
Proceed to blocks.
I'll block with Wall of Roots.
Okay.
I'll take 1.
You will. Down to 6.
But see, if I hadn't had blocked, I would have been fine.
Second land drop. Vesuva.
Oh, yeah.
Copy Valakut.
In response, we're going to crack Verdant Catacombs.
Down to 5.
I'm going to shock in an Overgrown Tomb.
Down to 3.
And then you may proceed.
Okay. I'm going to have... This one sees itself. This one sees a 3 Valakut trigger. Shoot you for 9.
Sure. Yeah, you got it. Dude, Cursed Totem is the payback for when I got to play Magus of the Moon.
Real.
Okay, that was game 3. So you want to fess up?
Yeah, I'm a filthy liar. When you see me de-sideboarding, I did put an EE back in my sideboard. I don't remember what I took out for it. Probably something bad. It was because of Hapetra. I didn't want him being able to kill all my creatures again.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, let's talk about our hands. So my first hand was Peatland, Orcish Bowmaster, Force of Vigor, Boseiju, Wall, Verdant Catacombs, and Forest. I don't know why I didn't keep that. That hand seems fine.
Nothing else on that.
No, not really. I think I probably should have kept that hand. I don't know why I mulliganed. My second hand was 2 Wolves, Overgrown Tomb, Orcish Bowmaster, a Yawg, a Soul, not a Soul Mite, a Haywire Mite, and a Soul Cauldron. And I mulled that, and I didn't write down what I kept. But there was at least a Misty and a Halfling
You
in
didn't
it.
play Mite, so you probably shipped a Mite.
That's not the hand I kept. I went down to 5.
Yeah.
I didn't write down the hand I kept.
I got you. Okay,
Yeah.
so I went to 6. My 7 was Endurance, Amulet, 2 Prime Times, a Bojuka Bog, a 1 Ring, and a Summoner's Pact. This hand doesn't do jack. Bojuka Bog's like cool, but it doesn't cast Amulet on turn 1. There's also no bounce land to capitalize off of it. There's just nothing going on here.
Why didn't I keep the first hand?
I don't know, man.
I had Boseiju and enough lands to not care about not playing it, and I had Force of Vigor. What?
Well, I didn't play any artifacts or enchantments except for Dryad.
And the one that won you the game.
Well, I could have gotten another one.
And I had multiple removals in that hand.
Oh, well, I don't know. Then I don't know what you're doing then. I don't know what you're doing.
I don't either. I think that hand is what I should have kept.
My second hand was also very slow. However, it had multiple bounce lands. It was Valakut, Gruul Turf, Golgari Rot Farm, Endurance, Primetime, and Curse Totem. I kept the hand off the strength of Curse Totem because Curse Totem, like Eli said, is what Magus of the Moon is to Amulet. With the caveat that Yawg has a little bit easier time removing it. We are forced to run Dismembers to answer Magus of the Moon and other creature hate and other hate bears. Yawg gets to just run the normal artifact removal, which is good.
Do you run Dismembers still?
I have to.
For what?
Just like
Who plays Magus?
Some problematic creatures.
I was about to say, because if not, get ready to put it back in for MH3.
Yeah, right. Strict Proctor is a card that almost never sees play, but I have to have Dismembers for it. It cancels ETBs out.
That's funny.
Anyway, I kept that hand off of Curse Totem, and it paid off. I was like, wow, if he has Artifact and removal, I will probably lose this game, because otherwise I was not making land drops very quickly. I did draw the Boseiju, which let me cast the Totem on turn 2 as opposed to turn 3, which was really helpful. And that also allowed me to set up to flash in Endurance like you see in the gameplay, which mitigated some of the damage that I was taking. And none of his creatures could activate abilities, which is really good for me.
Yeah. So I have a bone to pick. I hate running multiple Nurturing Peatlands. Because
the past couple weeks, including this game, every time I've cracked the peatland, I draw the other peatland.
This is recency bias, but I feel that.
Well, I mentioned this in the Yawgmoth Discord last week, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I don't run 2," and I was like, oh, "Okay, well I missed the part where we got rid of the second one at some point."
I mean, you draw so many cards.
Yeah, I don't like peatland. I'm taking peatland. I'm taking the second peatland out of the list.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I hate it. Feels so bad just all the time. Maybe put a Takanuma in or something.
That's good. You revise your Yawg.
Yeah, good late game. Yeah. Okay. Well, any other comments?
I don't think so. They were good games. We kind of took turns like beating each other up. Games 1 and 2, I think.
That's what you do in Magic.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
I was gonna say game 3 was really like solid, and then I remembered I had the Curse Totem.
Yeah.